I'm sorry, what? All right.
Hi! How's everybody doing? Is anyone here yet?
There's 7 people.
Hey! I don't even know where to look to know where people are. She is here. Don't worry. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday.
Are you pleased with yourself? Oh, good. Yes, take the creature. Oh, goodness. Hello, friends. Hello. Eric just got home from work. Literally just walked in the door. And I was like, oh, good timing. I'm about to disappear for an hour or so. So awesome. Hello. Welcome to Diva and the Divine HQ in progress. It's in a little bit better condition than it was in the other day when I filmed, but it's still a work in progress. We're down a bookshelf. It's Patty. Hello. Lou. Hello. Hold on. Is it really alive without Gracie? It's true. It's true. But Daddy just got home, and Daddy's her favorite person, not Mama. So, it's all good because she just got riled up. That stupid dog has been sleeping all day. All day. Like, I went downstairs several times to check on her to make sure she wasn't getting into trouble or peeing on things or whatever. And she's just laying there in her bed, sleeping the day away. And then she decided that she had energy about half an hour ago. Typical. Hello, Sarah. Welcome, welcome, my friends. Let me know, because I have absolutely zero plans for this thing today. I don't know how this angle is going to work. I don't know how the lighting is going to change. This is all completely experimental, but I wanted to make sure that I showed up for you guys. So hello, Brenda. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. So let me know in the little chat box if you did anything exciting for Labor Day, if you have any major wins from the past week, what's going on. I literally have no plan. I figured it can kind of turn into a live Q&A if we wanted to. Hi, Jenny. So good to see you here. My friend's dog is like that. She sleeps until I'm ready to go to sleep. Yep. Until, it's like Gracie knows my schedule and chooses the most inconvenient time to be active and want to play every day without fail. She has left me alone literally the entire day. I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. So anyway, have you had any weigh-ins lately? I have not had any official weigh-ins lately, and this is exactly how I want this to go. You guys just shoot me questions. We'll do a live Q&A. We'll talk about whatever we want to talk about. I have no plan. I'm just glad that I'm here because I didn't want to ditch you guys 2 weeks in a row. It's been a week since the movers brought our stuff in. Oh my gosh, I'll get into that in a second. But Lindsay, good to see you. So glad you were here. So have I had any weigh-ins lately? Officially, no. I have, for one, our scale was packed up, and oh gosh, if you guys could see this place. Oh my gosh, it's a lot better now. Don't get me wrong. We're this close to having it be a livable space, but it's still so cluttered that it feels really cramped and everything, which is not fun. So we're but what did happen was I had a weigh-in before we left the apartment downtown, and I was up a bit, which was to be expected. I was up 3 pounds or so. To be expected. We have been way overindulging in downtown food, in restaurants, in all the things. And then yesterday, just for fun, I hopped on the scale before I got in the shower or in the morning or whatever. I didn't shower in the morning. But I hopped on the scale and lost those 3 pounds. I was like, praise Jesus, happy day. And the kicker is I have been eating a lot more because twofold. One, unpacking burns a lot of calories. A couple of nights this past week, it has happened. You guys know I'm doing intermittent fasting when I can. And so I try to cut myself off around between 7:30 and 8:30. There was one night this past week that Eric and I looked at each other both and we're I was like, I'm ravenously hungry. And he's like, I am too. Frozen pizza? Great. And we made we don't do frozen pizza, but we bought 2 frozen pizzas from Target just to have as a backup in the fridge while we have no kitchen that's really functional, while we're getting unpacked. We made frozen pizza at 11 p.m. and polished off the entire thing because we were so hungry because we've been working so hard. No working out, no nothing, just up and down the stairs and lifting and unpacking and moving and all the things. My step count has been out of control. My stair count has been out of control. And I've just been burning so much that I've been eating so much more. So I was like, oh, this is not going to be pretty. Like in general, I've been thinking it's not going to be pretty. This week I have been tracking, meaning like since Friday started, I've been tracking regularly. And so far I'm still within my budget. The other thing I have happening right now is I'm in the middle of PMSing. And today I want to eat literally all the things on the Target shopping list. I told Eric, you need to bring home something that resembles dessert because I'm not loving the ice cream we have in our freezer and there are no other options. So, and your girl needs dessert. So I don't know what he brought home because I literally haven't, I just saw him. I'm like, come upstairs and give me a kiss before I'm gone for an hour. So unofficial weigh-ins, I was up, I came back down. I'm still a little bit up from the whole process. I'm not concerned. Looks like you're making good progress. Yes, we are making progress. Moving has got to be one of life's biggest stressors. I don't think I've ever been more stressed out in my life, ever. And I get stressed out somewhat easily. And I can't with moving because now it's all these things like trying to remember where we've changed our address and if we haven't and what like subscription boxes and like my Curology is a subscription. I have to make sure I hit all of the things that automatically send me things, you know, my probiotics is a subscription. So they don't, because I already had to move the address over to our temporary housing. Now I have to remember to do it again. And it's just all that little stuff now. I'm getting a bunch of doctor's appointments reminders that I made in Chicago that I'm like, crap, can't go to my doctor's appointments. I have 3 doctor's appointments I have to find here because I'm supposed to go and get like my teeth cleaned and my eye doctor because I had surgery on this eye. So like I'm supposed to see an actual eye doctor, not like just someone who can give me glasses, but like a legit doc every 6 months. I don't have one here yet, and my appointment's in like a week. I tell you guys, I'm for sure up 3 to 5 pounds on any given day for the last month. You know, Lindsay, it happens. It happens. Stress with homeschooling and home management has been kicking my will to the curb. You sounded like you were doing pretty good today. Do you miss the magical coffee machine in the last place that you stayed? Yes and no. Yes, because it was truly magical, but no, for several reasons. One, I don't have to get dressed to go get coffee anymore because I can walk out to the kitchen. And because Eric's been waking up before me, he's been making the coffee. So it's already there when I wake up in the morning, which is incredible. And spoiler alert, since I don't think I'm actually doing an August favorites, I'm just kind of wrapping them all into what'll happen at the end of September. But new ground coffee find. Yes, I have my coffee grinder. I haven't gotten into the whole bean business yet. We're just grabbing what's on sale, what's good. But because we are in, Minnesota, I opted to try, I had the choice. I was grocery shopping, Caribou ground coffee, just what you get in the Target aisle. I bought the dark roast, the French roast, pre-ground, like all ready to go. Really good coffee. So I was very pleased to discover that. And I was like, well, shoot, Caribou, way to go. So that makes a really good cup of coffee that's strong enough where I'm not missing my double espresso shot, which makes me sound so totally basic and extra, but you know, I kind of am. It's fine. So yes and no. Do I like Minnesota? Yes, I do right now. And I'm sure I will continue to love it. It's just one of those things like we're still in that transitional phase. We're still getting settled. So I'm not like, because we're still in unpacking mode, I'm giving it about 1 more week before I sit back and go like today I almost did a little bit of work, but like I'm getting real close to like I'm working right now technically, but like I'm really close to get up, sit down, work all the day, figure out when I'm working out, all that. I'm this close. I'm like a week out from no longer having an excuse to not do any of those things. And that's when it's going to hit me that like, we have no family. We have no friends. We don't have a church yet. Like somewhere in my brain, I actually wrote this in my journal this morning, somewhere in my brain, like my subconscious is still convinced that I'm going to be able to attend my own church. Because if I think about the fact that I can't, I start to panic about it. And because like, that's seriously the biggest deal to me. That is of all the things I left, and we left a lot of great things, including family and friends, the church is the biggest hit to my emotions. And so like in the front of my brain, I'm like, oh, I know, I understand, but in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll just see them on Sunday. No, no, I won't. What's wrong with you? I haven't. So I'm still in denial about that. So I like it. It's beautiful. It's been cooler here. We've had windows open. It's been really great all in all. We had a wicked thunderstorm last night, which was actually kind of fun. But I haven't had a chance to like do life yet. Does that make sense? I was down myself in the scale the other day, but it wasn't official. I'm not paying attention to any weigh-ins right now. Yeah, that's where I'm at too, Lissa. I'm checking in. Like the time I stepped on the scale, what did I say? It was yesterday. I was like, let me just see. And I saw, and I was pleased with what I saw. So I stepped off and continued my day. Didn't think too much about it, but I was like, okay, so I'm clearly able to at least regulate what I'm doing so I'm not gaining, which is very important. I can only imagine how hard it is to have a circle and have the circle movies. I'm literally moving from one floor to the other, and it feels like go, go, go. Yep. Moved to my house 4 years ago. Try moving a family of 5. Oh, I would not want to try moving a family of 5, Reese. Holy cow. We stayed in the same town. So a little easier, but we didn't have packers and very little movers. I'm going to tell you, I don't think my husband's ever going to want packers and movers again. Not going to lie. He loves to pack things. So, and after we've seen after all of that, we are going to make friends with people at the church, whatever church we end up at, if we ever move again. And he's going to do it himself. I'm convinced he's going to do it himself. I think we're missing a box. I have not been able to locate one of my really nice frying pans. And we're missing a couple really random things that were like, these all have to be in the same box that just hasn't been found yet. My prayer journals, I think, are all missing. Although I don't know if he said I still had a box of books out there. I don't know. But it was an experience, and it was a very stressful experience. It is a miracle that I did not stress eat to high heaven last week. Caribou is so delicious. Better than Starbucks, if you ask me. When it comes to drip, I haven't been to a Caribou yet. My husband has. He likes Starbucks drip better, but he really likes the ground coffee I brought home. So we might be Caribou converts. I don't know. We'll see. Hear you. We've done 10 cross-country moves in 13 years with kids, all on our own. So much work. Lindsay, I can't even imagine. Seriously. Caribou hazelnut vanilla, stocked up on the K-Cups. Interesting. I didn't look too deeply into the flavored coffees that they had. I did buy their pumpkin spice coffee because it's September now, so it's socially acceptable to be drinking pumpkin spice, right? So if I've been needing an afternoon pick-me-up, that's what I've been having. But I have been doing just the plain black because I found I had a couple of flavored coffees that I find are too sweet. And I'm like, what happened to me? I used to love flavored coffees. I used to love flavored creamers. And now I'm using the Natural Bliss dark chocolate peppermint, which I really enjoy in plain coffee. But like, I've been loving the just use half and half life. And so now like those, like I have a chocolate donut coffee and I brew it to use it up. And it's so sweet that it's doesn't even taste like coffee to me anymore. I think I'm broken. I used to love flavored coffees. And hazelnut's actually one of my favorite coffee flavors. Pretty much there too. Changing churches is hard. Yes. Changing churches. Like I get anxious just thinking about it. I really do. My middle woke up to the thunderstorm last night and was so pleased that she was the only one who noticed. It was intense. Like I was laying in bed and like it was strobe light city outside. It was loud. I'm so thankful that my dog has never decided that she was afraid of thunderstorms because she would have flipped if she was. But it was a fun thunderstorm to sit through because we weren't in any danger or any flood risk or anything. It was just a great summertime storm. Just moved to DC. Hi, Robin. I just moved to DC a couple months ago and it's hard to not know anyone. You'll do great. Yeah, it's one of those things. And I've had a couple of people, like I know a handful of people here. And I know I have a handful of subscribers here. And I have one specifically who did reach out to me and happens to live in the city next to mine. And so once I'm settled, we are going to meet up for coffee. And so she's like, she wrote me this really nice email. I don't know if she's on here or not. But said, when last time I moved, when it was a big move for me, somebody did me the kindness of reaching out and offering to be a friend. And I wanted to extend that to you because it really helps. And it really meant a lot to me that she would even offer something like that. And knowing that she's super close, she's really nearby. I was like, I'd be a fool to at least not meet up with her once, right? And go get coffee or something and talk. Because you guys you know me already. I don't know you guys. I know a lot of the people that are on here. But so that was really wonderful. So I have someone who's willing to do that. I'm actually not that far away from, fun fact, the creator of those healthy eating on the go bars, the bars that I'm obsessed with. I'm not that far from her. And so she and I are going to meet up at some point and maybe do a little fun video or collab or something together again once I'm settled. So that's really exciting because that's a brand that I love so very much. And when she's like, oh yeah, I'm actually not that far from you, I was like, that's amazing. Hello, Judith. I'm so glad you're here. And then one of the social media people who I'm connected with lives here. And my best friend from kindergarten, who I haven't seen yet, but I know he's here somewhere. And then a friend of my sister-in-law's, it lives here too. We've gotten together with her. So I have connections, but like moving from North Carolina back to Chicago was great because I literally just plugged right back into my entire life. And this is so different. And oh my goodness. You guys are talking so much today. I love it. Bookcases are looking so good, Bree. Thanks, Lindsay. So what's going to happen, if you guys can see, they're really crammed right now. But this was what was in the old office, just this one. And then I had another one of these that was in the pantry that was a casualty. This actually might be the one from the pantry, and mine was a casualty. Whatever. One of them's busted. It's fine. We're going to order a new one. They're IKEA shelves. They're really great. Apparently, I'm blaming the movers on this one, not the IKEA furniture. But this one's like $60 or $70, the white Billy bookcase. It's amazing. And so I'm going to get another one to put on the other side. So I have like this whole structure, and then I can spread things out and decorate things with themes and whatnot. And then that will hopefully be one of my filming backgrounds. So I'm getting there. My goal was I'm almost there. Undo all the boxes and get stuff put somewhere. That was my goal. And then I'm going to go through and audit where I put everything. Just moving my mom and I at the end of the month, but I'm only moving about 10 minutes away. Yeah, it's funny because we were originally talking about looking for a house where we were, and then the job change happened, and it was like, oh, or not, that's fine. But it would have been so much easier because we could have just like called friends and been like, hey, we'll buy you pizza and beer if you come help us move. And the transition wouldn't have been as difficult. Like, that's the biggest thing. I don't mind picking up my stuff and moving to a different house. It's losing everything I left behind. That's the stressful part to me. Other than, address changes and all that logistical stuff. Got to go to the DMV. Oh, got to go to the DMV and get a new license. Come on. How much more when we moved here? Wound up with about 3 tote boxes missing. No. Yeah, I'm not convinced I'm ever going to see my pan again. And I'm hoping that my Write the Word journals are around here somewhere. Flavors and coffee feel wrong to you. Yes. Last time I lived here, I lived in Alexandria. Oh, you guys are talking about DC. My husband has college friends that actually live out there. You're going to meet up with a subby and the bar creator. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. And at some point in our lives, Lindsay, I want to meet up with you too. My son just moved to college 2 hours away as a single mom. Oh, single mom, this transition, one of the hardest. Yeah, I can imagine, because all this is your only child, Tiffany. I can imagine, because it's a completely different home dynamic. Apologies for the noise. There's a dog outside. There's a lot of dogs here. There's a lot of kids here. There's a lot of action here. Apparently, Minneapolis area people are super active and super fit. And there are always, as I speak, there's somebody outside the window walking by in athletic wear. There are people walking around my community all the time, which is awesome. I'm like, I want to be out there doing it too, but I got to unpack these friggin' boxes. Your stashes are almost gone and you're upset. The healthy eating bars. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. That does have to be really hard, Tiffany. Have you found a new church for yourself yet? Not yet. We've only been to church once since we've been in Minnesota. And when we were living downtown, we weren't too worried about it because we knew that the churches in proximity to where we were living were not going to be the churches in proximity to where we will ultimately be living because we moved to a suburb of Minneapolis. So now we're going to be looking for a church around here, but we kind of just want to get settled first, you know? Like I spent some quality time in my Bible today. I actually had a really nice moment with my Bible today, and the part that I was reading was I literally highlighted the whole section, and I like wrote in my journal, I was like, I literally just found the solution to all of the world's problems right there in the Bible. It's written right there. I'm like, if we all just listened to this chunk of the Bible, there would be no more world problems. Seriously. So I'm spending time with God, and my husband has quiet time with God every morning as well. We just haven't gotten to go out to a church yet. And thinking about it makes me so anxious because I want to find one that, you know, has availability on their worship team because that's how I worship. And oh, it's just so stressful. But I know that there are a lot of good churches around here. We just have to pray about it and see where God takes us. We had a great experience the first day we went to church, but it was pretty far away from where we are now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Marla said, love to be back in Minnesota. Where are you now? I can't remember. Can't blame the movers or your bookshelf. Yeah, no, it's true. They actually made us sign some sort of waiver about particle board, which is fine. And actually, the desk that I just bought from IKEA that I'm sitting on right now is not particle board. I managed to accidentally pick out a piece of furniture that's solid wood, like super high quality. And we're not going to blame the movers, like officially submit it and ding them for it because we know that they're not going to cover it. But like these came fine. So the other one would have been fine too if they were just a little bit more careful. But it was like a knee or something went through it because something went through the back of the thing. So it was just due to lack of gentleness, which, I mean, like I said, it's $60 to replace. It's not a big deal. When my movers came a couple months ago, the first question was, show us everything you have from IKEA. Yeah. So, and it's interesting because like this all moved fine. My desk, which was not from IKEA, didn't make it at all. My Alex drawers moved great. My dressers in the bedroom are IKEA dressers, and they have been through 2 cross-country moves, 2, and have survived thus far. So I don't know. And then there are some things that just don't survive. I don't know. Will you ever sing on video? I have a couple of videos already up on my channel of me singing. One is called I Believe, and one is called She Used to Be Mine. And then I also have a vlog from the cruise I was on last Christmas where it's called like Brianna Sings on The Voice or something because I did the Voice of the Seas competition. So there are 3 videos on my channel if you want to hear me sing. Eventually, might I put out some more singing content? Potentially, but you guys aren't necessarily here to hear me sing. If that's really something you're interested in, like truly let me know because once HQ is up and running, I want to hit the content hard. I want to teach you guys, to teach myself. I want to grow this channel, grow this community, and I want to give you guys what you want. So let me know. But for now, there are a couple videos of me singing. I'm praying for you. Thank you, Lissa. I always appreciate you. What chapter and verse did you read today? Do you want me to show you guys? Because I can't. Hang on. Let me grab my journal. Sorry about the chest shot there. I was in... Today's verses were specifically Romans 12, 12, and 13. But the way that the journal is laid out is it only does a couple of verses a day. So the last handful of pages were all around the paragraph of these verses. So in mine, let's see here. Did I bookmark it? Oh, what do you know? I had it bookmarked. Amazing. So I'm in the She Reads Truth Bible. And starting in Romans 12:9, the title of it, at least in my Bible, is called Christian Ethics. And all the way through verse 21. If you want me to read them out loud, I can. I just don't want to bore people who aren't here for that. But let me know if I get a couple yeses, I'll read them. But it's literally a title called Christian Ethics. I highlighted the entire paragraph and I was like, this is the solution. This is the solution to the world. Why don't we just do this? I don't get it. What type of church are you looking for? We are looking for a non-denominational church. I did grow up Lutheran, but my husband and I found a home at the Bridge in the Chicagoland area, and it is a non-denominational church. And I've got to tell you, I learned more in the couple years that I was at that church than my entire life growing up in the Lutheran church. I am Lutheran by blood, born and raised. But I learned so much and I changed so much as a Christian. I changed so much spiritually. I changed so much as a performer because being a part of that worship team really helped get my diva ego in check. I am a music theater major, so I do have, like, my name is Diva and the Divine. Like, I do have the diva tendencies. I grew and changed and learned so much at that church that's the kind of environment I want to get into. It was one of those places you could go and you could walk in and you knew there was no judgment. You knew that everyone in that building who was a member was a genuinely good person. And it is the greatest. It was the greatest place. And so I'm hoping and praying we find something similar. We're going to start with non-denominational churches in the area and go from there and see what we find. Maybe we're not meant to be in a non-denominational church and we branch back into Lutheran churches, but I know that now I'm trying to, like, get a grip on the idea of going back to the old kind of worship, and I don't know that I can. Like, I really started to like sermon series and all that stuff and the contemporary music, and like I saw my monitors as I was unpacking my ear monitors, and I was like, oh, I wonder how long it's going to be before I can use these again. And Lindsay has to leave. Have a good night, Lindsay, if I didn't already miss you. You should check out Marketplace on Facebook for items being sold or given away. Yeah, that's a good idea. Finding a church where there is space on the worship team. Yep, Lindsay gets it. Lindsay understands where I'm coming from. Robin, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Definitely interested in singing videos. I used to sing. That's a yes from you. Read them? Okay. Everyone wants me to read them. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you, from the Bible, the solution to all the world's problems. Romans 12:9. Let love be without hypocrisy. Detest evil. Cling to what is good. Love one another deeply as brothers and sisters. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not lack diligence and zeal. Be fervent in the Spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope, be patient in affliction, be persistent in prayer. Share with the saints in their needs, pursue hospitality. Bless those who persecute you, bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud. Instead, associate with the humble. Do not be wise in your own estimation. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Give careful thought to do what is honorable in everyone's eyes. If possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Friends, do not avenge yourselves. Instead, leave room for God's wrath, because it is written, "Vengeance belongs to me, and I will repay," says the Lord. But if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. For in so doing, you will be heaping fiery coals on his head. Do not be conquered by evil, but conquer evil with good. Literally the solution to all the world's problems. Right there. And like, I read that this morning and was like, it's so simple. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's so simple. My goodness. So that was my, it's not even a biblical revelation, because like, it's not rocket science, but the fact that it's just there, like, hey guys, this is what you should be doing and everything would be okay and I'll take care of the rest. Come on. So if you need to mark that down, it was Romans 12 verses 9 through 21. God is good. Amen to that. Amen to that. So yeah, been spending some time in the Bible, but not at the church yet. My old church has a series where they go through the Bible verse by verse. My church did a series, and I know, Lissa, you had been listening to some of the sermons from the bridge, and it was so good. My church did a series. It was like 8 or 12 weeks on the Sermon on the Mount. It's like 3 pages in the Bible, and they did an entire series about it, and it was so good. And I was like, again, one of those things, like, I've always known about the Sermon on the Mount, but not like that. And like, there was so many weekends that I left the church and I was like, huh, I never thought about it that way. And it was just so good. So good. Hello. It's nice to see you live too. I like your name, Ankle Devil, because I've been fighting with my ankle a lot lately. So I relate to that. But yeah, so that's, I mean, true story. That's all I've got. Lil is my name. Well, hello, Lil. An 8-week summer study series on the Beatitudes. Oh, the Beatitudes are nice too. Yeah, I like it. So keep the questions or the conversations coming, guys, because I'm running out of. Can you remind me what the Bible study book uses? Yes, I can. So it's by the company Cultivate What Matters, and they are the people that do the power sheets that I really, really love, the goal planners, and they're launching their new goal planners in October. I'll be all up on that. You'll hear all about it. These are the Cultivate What Matters, Write the Word journals, and what are really cool about these is they're themed. And I don't know if the lighting is starting to make my camera a little wonky, but this one says Cultivate Joy. And so they're themed. There's like Cultivate Prayer, Cultivate Joy, Cultivate Gratitude, Cultivate Faith, Cultivate... I think there's one out now that's the Fruits of the Spirit, and I really want it because I really like... I regularly pray for an abundance of the fruit. I want to be eating the fruits of the Spirit, kindness and self-discipline and all, and joy and love. I don't even remember what they all are, and I should. I want to like write them down somewhere. But so they go based on theme, right? And then every day you just I'll flip to an empty page for you. Every day they tell you what verses to go ahead and reflect on, and then you can use it as you see fit. So what I do every day is I write down the like, oh. Am I back? Am I still functioning? My internet just bleeped out for a second. Uh-oh. Someone type at me because it says it's unable to connect to chat and please try again later, which might mean I no longer can see what you guys are saying, and I don't know what to do about that. Well, that makes it really interesting, doesn't it? Awesome. So let me see where we're at least. And let me see if there's any, like, pop out the chat. If I do that, what'll happen? I'm here. I'm good. Oh, and I fixed it by popping it out. Cool. Now if I restore the chat, what happens? There we go. No. All right, I got to pop it out. Here we go. That's really interesting. Okay. Whew. Never had that happen before. So what I do is I write down the verse, and then one of the pastors at the bridge said he started writing down how, like, of the passage that you read. And for me, it's a little bit too small of a passage, but what he's been doing is, of the passage you read, what's the most important takeaway? And then how can you apply that in your life? And so that's what he writes down in his prayer journal. So I've kind of started to use that the best I can. And then any space that is left, I use for prayer journaling. I really love these, which is why I'm so ticked that I haven't found the rest of them yet. I had a set of like 5, and I only grabbed this one to bring to Minneapolis with me because I felt that Cultivate Joy would be an appropriate thing for me to focus on when I'm in that crazy transitional time. So at least I have this one still, but I don't know. So yeah, I love those. Let me see. I have a baby watcher channel from time to time from Newfoundland, Canada. I have a baby devil tattooed on my ankle. Aw, that's cute. That's cute. You're good. You're here. I'm good. I'm good. Chat got wonky earlier. Okay, yeah. I don't know what happened, but okay. So we're good now, I guess. I'm thinking. But yeah. So that's the journal I use. It's something I try to do every morning. I haven't gotten like today I got up, I got my coffee, I came up here and I did all my journals and my start today journal and all that stuff. I'm still getting ICU messages. Let me know when you see me do this. Is it like immediate? Am I flashing 5 right now as I speak? Or am I delayed? Because I don't know what's happening now. Okay, so it's happening. Great. Okay, cool. We're still in sync. It's all good. I've never had that happen before. So amazing. So any other questions? How was your guys' Labor Day? What did you do? I didn't do anything but unpack. I did my office and my desk, which is a work in progress. Yeah, I'm thinking based on responses, there's probably a slight delay, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll get to your notes eventually. What else did we do? I cooked yesterday. Have you thought more about the weekly goals? Which weekly goals, Rose? Oh, like for the 100 days, like 10 weeks, 10 different goals? Is that what you're talking about? Getting your oil change for free. That's great, though. How is car shopping going? Done. Check. Done. We are now the proud owners of a Honda CR-V, the snow beast that will actually help us survive the winter because my little car probably will not do a very good job of surviving the Minnesota winter. So my husband will be doing a lot more driving than I will be. But we did, in fact, accomplish the car shopping. So yes, that one. I haven't given too much thought to it because I've been in kind of a time of chaos. But you know what I'm going to do? Shoot your suggestions at me. I'm going to write things down as we go. So I need to think about 10 by 10 weekly goals. Melissa, you said 100 days till the end of the year was September 22nd, right? Because I know last 90 days is going to start on October 1st. Everybody. Rachel Hollis is going to be releasing a special last 90 days start today journal. And I'm super jazzed about that because even though I have a start today journal that is I'm currently in the middle of, I might pick up this one just to do the last 90 days one. And it's going to be a smaller version, I think. I don't know. It's going to be a special limited edition version. And which I think is kind of fun because I really like the concept of last 90 days. How is good? Thank you. Backyard fire with close friends. That's so nice. Oh, yeah, I was like, I have no barbecue to go to. I made fish. I cooked in my kitchen. That was nice. And we put the office together and my husband started working on the loft, which is his man cave area. And he got to play one round of video games. Free oil change because of a bad experience. Oh, yeah, okay. Cleaned your office too, Katie. That's awesome. I'm glad I wasn't alone. There were a handful of people. Let me give you a pro tip. Pro life tip. Do not go to IKEA on Labor Day weekend. Don't do it. If you're in Illinois, no, I can't even say if you're in Illinois, it might not be so bad. I know Illinois has 2 IKEA locations, but Illinois is a big state. But my husband went on Sunday afternoon just to pick up some bookshelves. We're going to have like these bookshelves all over. He wants one for his loft. I'm getting one for my my music nook, and it's going to be solely like Broadway themed things and my music books. And he has one for his office. And so he went for bookshelves, right? He got into the line. He goes, I swear to you, I'm going to be in this line for 45 minutes. It's halfway down the aisle. Like the big aisle. And then so we apparently talked to the checkout person about it because he ended up skipping. Everybody was apparently not smart enough to go to like the express lane. So once he realized that, he was like, oh, or I could go over here where there's no people. And he got out in actually like 20 minutes. But apparently, because it's Labor Day weekend and it's also like college move-in weekend, everybody goes to IKEA on Labor Day weekend. IKEA is my happy place. I do like IKEA. Although whenever I go to IKEA and go to the showroom, I want everything because I'm like, this living room in its entirety is beautiful. We should have all of it. How is the shopping in your new area? Trader Joe's? Other stores you used to like, are you having to adjust much? These are great questions. So I am further away from a Trader Joe's than I was before. I went to Trader Joe's when we lived downtown because it was only 3 blocks away. We were staying, and now that I'm not there, I can tell you, we were staying at an apartment called Latitude 45 in downtown Minneapolis, and it was a stellar location, absolutely magnificent. And Trader Joe's was like a 7-minute walk away, so I would walk to Trader Joe's. My husband would walk to Trader Joe's. Now, our nearest Trader Joe's is 20 minutes away. And I'm used to about 10 minutes away, but Trader Joe's is worth a 20-minute drive. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be learning where all of this stuff is relative to each other so I can plan like one epic errand day. And like if I go to Trader Joe's and that happens to be near the gym and that whatever, you know what I mean? Like just plot and plan it all out. I won't be able to be like, oh crap, I need to go to Trader Joe's for this one thing. Like I'll make it an event to go, which sounds ridiculous for 20 minutes, but compared to what I had before, I was so close to everything. The closest grocery stores we have are Target, and there's a lot of Targets around here. We're in Target land. But so the nearest one is Target. Our new local grocery store is Lund's and Byerly's, which I'd never heard of before. They have good deli meat. They're probably going to be one of those places that I only go for specialty food because their prices are a lot higher, but they have a lot of fun specialty stuff. They have a fun bakery section. The one that I was just at yesterday or the other day was, had an amazing chocolate section, which was really cool. So that's going to be a fun grocery store to explore. We do have a Walmart somewhere. We do have Aldi's around here. I haven't found my local Aldi yet, but I know there's one like 10 minutes away, I think. So I have pretty much everything. Most of what I need is in the Mall of America area. So that is the furthest I have to go for things, is Mall of America. Ulta is there. Sephora is there. Makeup stores I didn't even know I needed were there. So I can get pretty much anything I want. I haven't found, there's Baker Square around here, which I really love. There is somewhere in the, like if this is Minneapolis, so I can't remember where, somewhere in the greater Minneapolis area is a Giordano's Pizza, which is Chicago-style pizza. There is no Lou Malnati's here, though, which is my favorite Chicago deep dish pizza. But beggars can't be choosers. We at least have that option. There is a Portillo's hot dog here. It's not near me. It's in Maple Grove, Minnesota, but that's not too far. But there's a Portillo's here. That's another Chicago institution. So I haven't found anything that I'm missing yet, I don't think. Having to adjust much. What I'm going to have to adjust to the most is just driving times, because we are in a smaller town further up from the city, which means everything is a little bit of a drive. So that's going to be the biggest adjustment. Need to clean and organize things. Want to see how much I can get rid of. I did that with my clothes. I'm baffled at how, like, I still have plenty of clothes, but like when I got it all hung up, I was like, really? This is all I have? It all fits here? Like, this is great. And Eric's like, how do I have so much more clothes than you? I'm like, well, I KonMari'd my closet ages ago and got rid of 72 things. So yeah, your turn, buddy. Goals, get the junk out of your Rose is sitting here giving me suggestions. I like it, Rose. I like it. Goals. Get the junk out of your diet. You mean like how I get the junk out of my diet? What if I still include junk in my diet and just balance it properly? I had like my favorite thing lately has been eating real bread, like brown berry bread, 3 points a slice. It's so good and it makes the best sandwiches. I've had some 11 and 12-point sandwiches this week because I wanted 2 slices of bread and meat and cheese. And sometimes I use hummus instead of mayonnaise. And you know what? They're so good and so filling that I don't even care. Get junk out of diet. Up your water. I do have, it's an old video, but I think I did a water video before if you wanted to start there. Move your body. What do you want about, are these your goals? These aren't video topics. These are the goals you're suggesting. I'm going to keep writing these down. Move your body. A week of healthy recipes. Or we could challenge, like an ongoing challenge could be making 1 new recipe a week, which is something I've challenged myself to do before and failed miserably. But that could be fun. Like in addition to whatever goal you're focusing on, you have to make something new this week or try something new. That could be good. Most of my shopping at Aldi for the past month. I love shopping at Aldi. That like, I don't know if Aldi used to have a bad rap, but sorry, I was distracted by a good sandwich is not junk. No, it's not. But like I also, so what I was talking about the sandwich, I was flashing back to my lunch. Today I opted to switch out my carrots for Cheetos. Tracked them. It was fine. And I ate my carrots and hummus as a snack later. But I was like, I just kind of want a sandwich and Cheetos today. Like that's what I was feeling. Again, I told you I was PMSing, right? So that was what I was feeling. And it was good. But oh man, the brown berry oat nut bread. Some of my favorite bread on the face of this planet. For real. I want carrots. I love carrots. I actually think my husband bought more carrots because I sat there and I finished the rest of the bag and I texted him and I was like, yeah, you're going to need to add carrots to that list. Whoops. And then he was also supposed to, I wonder what he'll bring home for dessert. I hope he brought something. It's going to be a rough night in the Ingebretson household. It's usually not an issue, but you know, when you're a little bit hormonal, you need your something sweet and there's nothing here that would satisfy that. Never had Chicago-style pizza. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's like, I can't even explain it because there's, so many different kinds. Like, there's Giordano's and there's Lou Malnati's. And then there's a couple other brands that like that are popular-ish, but like Giordano's and Lou's are the places to go. And I am Team Lou's, but many other people are Team Giordano's. It's not that Giordano's is bad. It's that they're very different pizzas. Very different. And I tend to like Lou Malnati's a lot better. I'm very picky about my thin crust pizza too, but I'm a little bit more forgiving in the thin crust area. Great question, Jenny. No, I do not drink sodas. I've never drank soda. When I was younger, I didn't like the carbonation in soda. So, or at least I say I didn't like things, but I guess I didn't like it. I tend to say I don't like things that I haven't really tried. Like I don't like eggnog, but I'm terrified to try it because the word sounds disgusting to me and makes me want to vomit. So I've never tried it because I'm just like, ooh. But I didn't like the carbonation a whole lot. So I never drank it. Now I'm okay with carbonation and I drink like sparkling waters or those like the White Claw and the Truly and the seltzers, the sparkling seltzers are now my refreshing alcoholic beverage of choice because I don't drink beer. So we have in our refrigerator, we have my husband's beer and my little froofy black cherry White Claws. But it's like my beer. So when I want a little something extra, so like I don't mind fizzy now, but I'm never going to like deliberately order a Diet Coke. I don't like the taste of dark soda, like Coke, Pepsi, all that. I don't like that. I only like things that are like fruity flavored. I don't really like citrus flavored things. I like lemon desserts a lot. I don't like lemonade, but I think it's too much of the lemon plus the sugar. I like flavored teas, but not regulars like iced tea. And what else? I don't like lemon lime, like Sprite, Mountain Dew, whatever. So I'm very particular, but I've never done pop. Never, ever. And I just don't care to. That's like my husband keeps saying, we can find a beer that you like. I'm like, why? I don't need to like beer. It's fine. So what I do drink, 99% of the time is water. There's always water with me at all times. I have 3 water bottles thrown throughout the house. Always have water. Coffee in the mornings. I cut myself off from caffeine at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the absolute latest, but I will drink coffee. I drink hot tea. And I drink, like I said, the alcoholic beverages. My alcoholic beverage of choice is a vodka soda with a splash of cranberry, but I don't do any of like the super sweet beverages, high calorie beverages. None. I don't do it. I just never have. I just never cared to. I hope that answered your question, Jenny. Feel like I'd like it better than NYC pizza. I was very disappointed the one time I was in New York City. I was very disappointed in their pizza. I was like, why do people keep saying that New York City pizza is amazing? It's not. Come to Chicago. I love seltzer now. Yes. Church snacks growing up, country time lemonade and goldfish crackers. Yeah, I never liked lemonade. I had a lemonade flavored, gosh, what did I drink the other day? That it was like very light lemonade. It wasn't like heavy lemonade flavor. It was very, very light, and I was okay with that. I don't know. But all right, we're getting in on 51 minutes here. Do we have any other questions? Questions, comments, concerns, things you would like to share? Are there any other words I can use to say anything like that? I don't think so. And I'm out of water. That's depressing. Give it a second. And if not, that's okay. We can just call it early. Not a problem. I haven't eaten dinner yet because we have chili cooking. I made chili today because it's cool enough here that chili feels appropriate. And but I didn't want to. Have you met any of the neighbors yet? I have met the neighbors. I actually met the guy we share a wall with. And we ended up going to get our mail at the same time, which was super nice. And that was great because I was able to find out what day garbage day was because our previous owners did not know what day garbage day was. They guessed Thursday. They were wrong. I was like, how do you friggin' not know what day garbage day is? So I met the guy who lives next door and I met the couple across the street, and get this, they also have a dog named Gracie. They do. She's a 10-year-old Cocker Spaniel, and she's adorable. And she and her daddy are always out on walks. And I was like, well, that's going to be that'll be easy for me to remember. So they're very sweet. I just talked to them briefly on move-in day. I happened to be outside, and I think I was going to get the mail. So I was outside, and they were getting ready to go for a walk. And so I approached them, and they're like, "Hey, are you the new neighbor?" And I was, yes, I am. So only those two. Are you in a young area? I think yes, there are a lot of children around here, and there are a lot of active people around here, but there are some older people here as well. So I think we are in the best way to describe, like, it's a very large community that has a section of houses. It has many sections of townhomes, and I think there's even a condo hiding around here somewhere. I don't really know, but it's very large. I feel like we're kind of in our own little suburban bubble. And so it's a lot of different people. There are a lot of different ethnicities and like really, really diverse, which I think is really great. Like it'll be a great community to get to know, which will be fun. So I don't know what the average demographic is, but I think we will fit right in. Because we are, quite frankly, even if they are older, that's fine because my husband and I are older people at heart. Like we saw an advertisement for a cruise ship. Oh gosh, which one was it? It was Viking Cruises, maybe. They're announcing their big new ship or something. And like this high class thing, and all the video clips had older people in it. And I mean, no offense to anybody in here who is older, because I know I have an older demographic. But so we kind of chuckled, and he's like, look, there are no kids and it's all older people. This is the perfect cruise ship for us to go on. And I'm like, you are so right. Because when we went on our honeymoon, it was a much older demographic as well, and it was glorious. It was so good. 20 is the new 80, right? Right. Maybe not 20, but I'd say 30 is the new 80, or at least the new 70. Although if I'm anything like my grandfather at age 80, then I'm not going to be slowing down at all. I'm a senior citizen. You would love my niece. She's a young 42. Yeah. Yeah. I'm an age does not discriminate type of person. I will be friends with you if you are one of my closest friends from my church. I FaceTimed her just the other day because she called me because she wanted to show me where she was in Florida. She's in Disney World right now for a conference. And she found like this perfect little area that had like stars and a hammock and you could see and she just wanted to share it with me. And she's a decade younger than me. And she's one of my best friends. She's my accountability buddy who texts me every day at 9:30 to see if I tracked or not. A decade younger than me. And I also have some great friends that are in their 50s and whatnot. I am an age does not discriminate person. Turned 20 in 2011. Entirely based on your Golden Girls obsession? Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. All right, my friends. Most of my friends about 10, 12 years older than me. Yeah, it's interesting because I actually always thought that I would marry somebody older than me. And technically, Eric is older than me by 11 months, but like I really was convinced for a while that I'd end up marrying somebody close to 10 years older than me, just because I've always gotten along with older people more than I've gotten along with people my own age, because I've always been mature for my age. So color me surprised when I ended up marrying somebody my age instead. Yeah. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to go eat my chili dinner that I haven't gotten my hands on yet today. Her son started high school today and they adopted a daughter from Colombia, started kindergarten. What an age range. I love that. I love that. I always think it's so cute when they're like older brothers with significantly younger sisters and they're just so adorable with them. And I really think it like trains them up for life in the right way when they have a much younger sibling. You know, I don't know. And as somebody who's not having kids or anything, like, I don't know. I don't know where my opinion stands, but I've just always loved seeing like significantly older siblings with younger siblings because I feel like it really impacts the older sibling in such a positive way. And I mean, the younger one too, but like it teaches a very important lesson to the older sibling in a good way. I see the same thing with the Hollis, Rachel and Dave Hollis's kids. They're not significantly older, but their oldest boy is 12, and their youngest, they adopted a little girl named Noah, who's 2. And it's really fun watching their 3 biological boys interact with Noah. And it's just so sweet. I'm like, oh, those little boys are going to know how to treat a woman right. Let me tell you what, between their mom and how they treat that little girl. It's so cute. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to sign off. My voice is getting tired. My tummy's getting rumbly. And there's a hubby downstairs who probably wants to see me before we go to bed. So my voice, I got to start talking to you guys more frequently because apparently I'm losing all my vocal stamina being home alone. Isaac loves Amika so much. They adopted her at 8 months. That's so cute. That is so cute. A high school boy and a little girl. Oh, my heart. That makes me so happy. Oh, what was it? Okay, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to tell you a story that the woman who did my eyebrows told me. So I walked into Ulta desperately needing to get my eyebrows done. But I was like, I just need to do something girly. It was, I told you guys about this to the point of like my nails were wrecked. My eyebrows were all grown. Like I did not feel like the feminine thing that I like to feel like anymore. So I'm like, I'm just going to go and get my eyebrows done. And so my eyebrow artist, I went to the Ulta Benefit Brow Bar, which I've never done before. I always went to the same woman. And anyway, this woman who had like kind of goth makeup on and had bright red purple hair. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely flawless looking hair. And she was tattooed. And her first tattoo that I noticed was a tattoo of a rat. And she had a necklace of a rat. So I asked her about, if she had pet rats, whatever. Long story short, we got into her pets. So we had established with each other that we both are animal lovers. And then I noticed a tattoo on her forearm of a pug with a donut around it. And I was like, now tell me about the pug. And she was like, oh, let me tell you about the pug. One day, this woman brought a pug into work. She works at Ulta. And the pug was in a stroller because it was disabled and its back legs didn't work. And this dog's name was Twitter. And so coworkers knew that I was obsessed with pugs. So they said, hey, Tony, come out here. There's a pug. And so she walked up to this pug and like got so excited about it. Squish can I pet your pug? Squished the face, gave it like a 5-minute massage, had a great time with this animal. And then looked at the owner and said, thank you so much. Bringing your dog in here today, like truly and genuinely made my week. And everyone went on their merry way. The owner of the pug brought Twitter back the next day and found Tony. And she said, after I saw how much joy she brought you, I had to bring her back so she could do it again and whatever. And apparently this woman learned Tony's schedule and showed up every day that Tony was at Ulta for 6 months until Twitter died. 6 months. And she passed away about a month ago. So every single time this woman was at work, this other woman, out of the goodness of her heart, brought this little disabled dog in to bring joy to one specific person. And I just looked at her and I was like, people like that still exist in the world? Like, it made my heart so happy. I love when things make my heart happy. And she was so impacted by this dog and by the kindness of this woman that she got the dog tattooed on her forearm, even though it wasn't her dog. I mean, come on. And on that note, my friends, I'm going to leave you for the evening. I will be live streaming my goals Thursday. Let's say Thursday, probably in the afternoon time, like maybe 1 or 2 p.m. Central Time is when I'm going to do that. But I figured I would do it because I can't like sit and officially film yet. I broke my ring light, long story, whatever. It's fine. Replacement's here. It's just not constructed yet. I was just going to do a live stream with you guys because you guys seem to like live streams. So I'm going to do that on Thursday. And yeah, that's all I've got. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I have to figure out what to do with this chat window. I made it disappear. Okay, great. And I will talk to you later. Take care.